What is up, everyone? It's T-Bone120, and today I'll talk to you about the Marine Corps SLCDA. If you guys don't know what that is, SLCDA stands for Summer Leadership and Character Development Academy. They basically teach you ethics, decision making, and also give you a taste of Marine Corps life. So for the initial application, you have to take a fitness test, have to have good grades, and have to be active in your community in leadership roles. There were 1,500 applications this year, and only 200 got accepted. They also take people from all across the United States. So even if you're in a small town like I am, you still have a shot. When you guys get accepted, you're given a company, and you're given a platoon within that company. I was in Bravo 3, and for companies, there's Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. And within those companies are 3 platoons. So like I said, Bravo 3, 3rd Platoon, Bravo Company. When you guys first get to Quantico, which is where the academy actually is, you get to stay on Camp Upshur. So when you first arrive in Virginia, you have to go to the National Marine Museum, which is actually a super cool museum. I highly recommend going there if you're ever in the area. Super cool. They talk about the Marines just from the beginning to now. Highly recommend it, like I said. That same day, you are shuttled over to Camp Upshur, and you actually get to have some fun with the drill instructors. I'm not going to spoil what all they make you do, but you will thoroughly enjoy it. The next day, you actually get to go to a place called HMX-1, which is where the helicopters that fly the president are actually stationed. It is security level 3, so this is probably your only opportunity to be in something that secure. It was super cool. We got to see the MV-22 Osprey, which is the Marine version of the Osprey, which if you guys somehow don't know this, it's basically a plane helicopter. It's pretty cool. Got to climb around inside of it, sit in it, take pictures. It was a sweet day. That same day, at HMX-1, we got to watch security dogs actually attack people. Not attack people, but you know what I mean. Training. Super cool. The dogs are awesome looking. And then later that day, we got to have a 3-star general talk to us. He was a cool guy. We had to greet him properly as a Marine Corps would by standing up, saying our name, where we're from, and then asking our question. He taught us about goals and goal setting, how to accomplish them. Failure also was included, which, as it should be, it was you don't learn if you don't fail. The next day, we got to go to the National Museum. Our first stop was the Holocaust Museum. If you guys ever get a chance to go there, I also highly recommend that. It's quite powerful. There's a little room, and it has a bunch of shoes from people that actually died at the Holocaust. It's pretty crazy. After we went to the museum, we got to have a speaker of a Holocaust survivor. When she was 3 years old, she lived in Holland, and her whole family had to live in a warehouse attic for, I think it was like a year and a half or something, just to hide from the Nazis. It was a pretty crazy story. After that, we got to walk around the National Museum, or National Mall, sorry, and just see everything we could within 2 hours. I got to go to the World War II Memorial. That was really crazy cool. Got to go see the White House. Got to go see the Abraham Lincoln Memorial. My gunnery sergeant actually got us into the African American Museum, which was kind of cool because there were so many people there. But because there were so many people there, we only got to see one exhibit, and that exhibit was about perspective. That was kind of cool. Um, the next day, we got to go to OCS, which is the Officer Candidate School, which all the potential Marine Corps officers go to become an officer. They have an obstacle course that they let us not mess around, but we got to do actually some of the obstacles. And many of my platoon mates tore up their hands on the monkey bars. So that was interesting to watch. There is something called the Weaver, which basically looks like a pyramid, and the real way to do it, you have to go over logs and then under logs as you're going up. and then you got to do the same thing going down. We only did it by belly crawling, prone crawling, all the way up, and then just coming down. After that, we got to go see the Sunset Parade in the Silent Drill Team, which all the stuff I will say I highly recommend going seeing. But the Sunset Parade was super cool. Everyone was super in sync, even the snare drummers. That was amazing to watch. Silent Drill Team was even more so. It was just pure silence. Everyone's throwing their M14s everywhere with bayonets on them, catching them perfectly in sync. It was crazy to watch. Probably my favorite thing that happened was on our last day, we had what we called a career day. So the MV-22 Osprey flew back in. We got to watch it land. And there were a bunch of other Marines there with different jobs, either civilian or their active duty job. And we just got to go around and see everything, got to touch things. The shooting team was there. We got to hold up some of their guns, look through FLIR goggles, night vision goggles. There was an LAV there, which is a light armored vehicle. That was super cool. We got to climb in and on it, and just check it out, talk to the people. There was also an EOD crew there, and I actually got to wear the EOD suit, which is amazing. You feel like a big walking marshmallow. It's really hard to walk in, super stiff. I got to pick up an RPG, put it in a box, run around in that EOD suit. I think that was probably one of my favorite things ever. Then there were some Garda Nation guys there, which is like contracted security. I also, at the very end, the artillery team was there. At the very end, I got to help them put away their cannon. So that was super cool. We also got to take a picture with them. That was awesome. Not gonna lie. Yeah, the next day I think after that was graduation. It was super cool. We got a diploma. We got to take pictures with our captain and corporal, who was our platoon sergeants. Also, I will say prepare for the weather. It was like 100 plus every day with 98-degree humidity as you're wearing camis or combat fatigues. It gets pretty hot. You walk around a lot. You probably put in 8 miles a day. It was crazy. But if you're a junior or senior, which is what this program is targeted towards, I highly recommend that you sign up for this during the winter months. It's an amazing experience. I cannot stress that enough. It's just, I never thought I'd do any of this stuff in my lifetime, and this gave me the opportunity to do stuff. And there is no commitment to the Marines, so if you just want to come and try this stuff, it's totally cool. They don't push anything about recruiting or anything like that. I'm going to the Air Force. They made fun of me a little bit, but it was all in good fun. And, well, that's pretty much all I have to say. So, insert generic sign off here.